Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Brian from Apex Detail. Today I want to share my experience with the new CarPro D.QUARTZ GO. This is a consumer grade product compared to their more professional product that's a little bit easier to apply, a little bit more user friendly. So I want to show you this one here today. And this is their nano ceramic coating. And by nano ceramic, I don't mean Paul Wall, Mike Jones, Swishahouse, real diamond ceramics. These are nano particle ceramics, particles that are caused by high impact explosions, high heat explosions, and are man-made. So it's not the diamond you're thinking of. That would be absolutely ridiculously expensive to have a true diamond coating. But what they're going for is the hardness. I know the key words they're using for hardness. Now, is it a fad like graphene and borafine and all of these other coatings where the real strength is coming from the foundation of the coating, and that's ceramic, whether it's SiO2, SiC, Si3, and 4-polysilazane, and a little bit of the graphene, borafine, or nanoceramics sprinkled in for a little bit of desired effect. Who knows? It's up to you to test it on your vehicle. Will it last any longer than any other coating in its category or class? I doubt it. Is it any harder than any other coating out there? Maybe slightly. This is designed to be 5 times harder than the surface that you put it on to help with the strength, chemical resistance, and help with scratching. And I would truly love to see that. And I do have a donor car or a volunteer that we applied it to this Cadillac Lyric here, and I will find out, keep you guys in the loop. So we will demonstrate here today how easy or hard it is to use and what it looks like. Before we get started, if you can bear with me for just a few more short seconds, 2 things I'd like to address. I often get asked, how can you still compare and review other products that aren't your own? You should be full speed pushing your own products. Well, the reason is because of the comfort and confidence I have in my product line. I don't have the insecurity that others have in the business when it comes to their own products. So I can show you other products, which they do and will exist and will continue to exist, standing alongside my products. Some people will prefer those over mine. I completely respect that, but I know what mine can do. I know the performance that they have, and I'm completely confident, so I can review other products without hurting the old ego. The other thing I'd like to address, these videos, any videos coming out are not paid for, even though inconsequential, if that's a word I just made up or not, how small I am compared to the other companies. Having my own product line, I am now a competitor, quote unquote competitor. So I will not get paid for videos. There are no offers to get paid for sponsored videos. I'm doing this to share my experience because my audience has requested the video or the product be reviewed, and I am happy to help when I can. Let's get started on the video. I'm going to show you the contents inside first, and then we'll demonstrate on the dark color here. Maybe it's easier for you to see then how easy it is to go on, and I'll explain a few things along the process. Okay, let me show you the contents of this kit. We have a few microsuede applicators. We have an applicator mitt. Applicator block. Instruction manual. Sticker for the door jamb. This might be a good idea, even if you're doing it for yourself or you're an enthusiast, just to kind of give yourself an idea of what you have on your vehicle, or if it goes in for body work or any type of repair, they know what's on the car. Let's crack open this plastic. This is a 50 ml bottle, so this will cover a lot of surface area. I can't believe I opened up the video with a reference to Southern rap. Not a big fan of the mumble rap, guys. I love all types of music. When it comes to the rap genre, I'll stick to 80s rap any day. You can give me Kool Moe Dee, you can give me De La Soul, you can give me Diggable Planets, Eric B. and Rakim, Tribe Called Quest. Give me Q-Tip any day of the week. Let me know down in the comments section if you're into that genre, what is your favorite? All right, so this is the spread here. Let's get to the application. Okay, it takes two to make things go right. So you and I are going to coat the hood of this vehicle, and I prefer the microsuede applicator and block myself. Microfiber, foam, whatever. Just make sure that you're getting the coating on the surface and getting it on evenly and thick. So, when it comes to your environment, to get a coating like this, to get the most out of it, you want favorable conditions. In a garage, temperature at around 72 degrees or so, and you'll have the optimal results when it comes to application and removal. Let's get to it and see what it looks like. This angle here should give you the best view when it comes to application, the color as well. So what we're going to do is wrap the applicator, the suede applicator, around the block rather tightly. We're going to open it up to reveal the droplet insert and get it upside down and really pepper that microsuede applicator and prime it properly. Douse it on there. You don't want to apply a dry applicator to the surface of your vehicle, so this is about getting it right for the first little section here. Now, let me put the bottle down here. I'll put the cap on before I put the bottle down, just in case I tip it over by accident. We're not spilling it. I always keep it down as close to the floor as possible, so if it drops, it doesn't break the bottle. What I like to do in a section like this is come down with a swipe right down in the middle of this section that I'm doing, and then start at the top without lifting the block, go back and forth, working my way down to the bottom of the section. Without lifting it, twist the block, go up, back down. That is a crisscross section. To me, that's going to be, for those just starting out, the best way to apply a coating to the car and ensure even and thick coverage. Now, from here, you want to let the coating sit on the surface for about 5 to 7 minutes during that crucial bonding period or window, and that's again in 72 degrees, which is your optimal temperature. What you're going to witness, it will slowly start to rainbow and maybe even separate the lines or sweat or whatever you want to call that. You may see both, but to me, I first notice the rainbow color effect here. So while I go put this down and pick up a microfiber, I'll let this roll, and maybe you can see a change in the coating itself. Maybe it would have helped if I had these two microfibers out from the beginning, but two microfibers. I'm going to have them ready to go. Now, what you can do is continue on. If you're not getting confused as to where you apply this product, you can continue on and come back when that 5 to 7 minutes rolls on by, when it expires, and start to wipe it off. What I like to do, getting used to a certain coating, if you're going to use this long term, is to push the boundaries and see how long you can let this set on the surface without it getting slightly tacky. So there is a short window when it goes from really easy to wipe off with no problems whatsoever and feels nice and smooth and slick to feeling just a little bit grabby. To me, that is the optimum window to wipe off a coating. leaving behind as much of the resins as possible, picking up as much of the transfer solution as possible, and giving yourself a nice, thick, even coating. So here we have, after a couple minutes have gone by, I see some sweating here, some separation of the lines, and rainbowing, so it does both. And with this first towel, I just kind of go over the area, come in with a second towel, and buff to perfection. Now, waiting as long as I could, guys and gals, piece of cake, getting it on and wiping it off. Each coating is going to be different, and mine is no different. So that means every coating that you're going to use, find one and stick to it for a little while and get used to it, and push it to its boundaries when it comes to wiping it on, leaving it on there, and then wiping off the transfer solution. If you wipe it off too soon, you may be bringing a lot of the coating with it. If you wait too long, you're going to have problems with high spots and streaking. So I hope that helps. To me, so far, this has been a user-friendly product to use, and I will continue on. Now that my application pad is primed, I personally like to, well, you could pull this insert out of here and get a dropper and run a real nice thick line down the center of your application pad with the coating, end to end, and that will ensure a nice even coat on your next section. So we're going to come over here. I stopped right about here. So we're going to use this as our next section, a line right down the middle, and then we'll go out and then right on through, back and forth, or left to right, and then up and down. Now I'm being efficient. You can slow down if you're not in a hurry. This product will give you time to slow down and spread out, but if you want to be efficient, on a car this size, I can get the hood applied and maybe a fender or two before I have to come back and start wiping it off. And that seems to be the perfect window here in this environment. When it comes to cure time, 12 hours minimum. I recommend 24 to 48 hours. Your bond and cure time are the two most important things to a coating when it comes to getting the most out of it. Its durability and all of its characteristics. The bond time that I showed you, trying to stretch out and find the longest window of leaving it on before it's hard to wipe off, is going to be important, leaving behind a lot of the coating so it's a nice thick layer and you're not wiping it back off. And then cure time, allowing it to cure the 12, 24, 48 hours before letting it get exposed to free-flowing water, rainfall, sprinklers, and whatever. That can also lead to premature failure of the coating. The other thing that can lead to premature failure or improper bonding is not applying the coating in a favorable environment. And favorable environment is going to be different for all coatings, so always pay attention, read the instructions, do some research to find out what their optimal window is. So this one here, 5 to 7 minutes. I find 10 minutes for me in my environment to be perfect for this coating. It may be different for you, but allow it to cure properly, allow it to bond properly, and make sure you're getting a nice, even thick coating. I mean, what are you saving it for? Use it up, put a nice thick layer on. This can be layered, wait an hour or two in between layers, put another layer on if you want to. So it's now been, what? I've been flapping my gums here for a couple minutes. I see the rainbow effect. Some coatings, this would be to a point where it would be grabby as hell and really hard to wipe off. Through my experience here, well, that was pretty darn good timing because it's just now starting to get a little bit of a tack to it, but it was still easy to wipe off. And even with that first towel, I hardly see any hazing. A little bit of cloudiness in spots, but voila. All right, so this is just a few minutes after the coating process, and I think it looks fantastic. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. It looks good. Now this is the lyric. The reds, the blues, some of these colors really pop with a coating. And I think this one looks fantastic as well. And on this one I can show you, this one has cured to the point where it can get wet. And I can show you some of the characteristics. So that's the look, and that will probably increase as time goes by. It can take some coatings up to 30 days to fully cure, even though you've gone past that process, that it can get wet and can wash the vehicle after 5 to 7 days. Just keep that in mind and look into it depending on the coating you want to use. Guys, there isn't a whole lot that I can do to show you the durability and some of the characteristics besides what I can demonstrate here today. What we will do is we'll keep an eye on this. This is going to come back every 6 months. If I forget, remind me to get an update on this coating. And here in Pennsylvania, we get the extremes in the summer, the extremes in the winter, temperature, hot, cold, spring and fall. It's raining all the time, so it'll be a great test. A coating, great test here in the Northeast. So when it comes to water behavior, you know, nice. The typical water behavior you would see, nothing extraordinary, but it doesn't lack anything either. And this isn't just water. This water has a little bit of a surfactant in it. It's not going to hurt anything. It's a surfactant used for PPF. So when it comes to drying off the vehicle, forced air, that works nicely. Not any better or worse than most other coatings out there, but it doesn't, again, it doesn't lack anything. So what we want to do, the slickness, by the way, guys, is really nice. It has a really nice feel to it. What that does for you, I don't know. Some people don't even worry about slickness. But it feels really nice, it looks really nice, it beads water really nice. Chemical resistance, I'm going to see. The hardness that it brags about, I will see that too. The reason I picked this car is because every once in a while, it's an older gentleman, he likes to run through automated car washes. So I can keep an eye on that, and I'll keep you filled in. In conclusion, the CarPro D.QUARTZ GO, which again is the enthusiast or the consumer version, compared to their professional line, it's much easier to work with, less viscous, less concentrated. No problem whatsoever with application and wipe off. It's user friendly. When it comes to the overall look, crisp reflections, a nice look to it depending on the color. Characteristics, beading, slickness, nice. They're all there, but you know, this is the start of the coating and the start of its life cycle, so we shall see. Scratch resistance, the other characteristics, what does it do with water spots? Can it hold up to an automated car wash, which again, I know the owner, I know it's going to be through. I'm going to have to keep you filled in with that information, so remind me every few months to get some footage and update you. I'd be happy to. If the video and the channel helps you, like the video, share it, subscribe. If you're not, what are you waiting for? Hit the notification bell and we'll let you know when we have new information and videos out for you. I don't spend a ton of time watching videos. I often have some running or rolling in the background to fill in noise when it's quiet. But I did spend a few minutes the other day and go through and see all of the detailing channels just coming out from under a rock and popping up. And it's like, it's amazing. Just watch where you get your information. When you're watching a video, look at their surroundings. Notice how they're relaying information to you. You'll know if they're knowledgeable. And filter out all the garbage. Some of these channels hosts. I mean, they're young enough that they were fighting their way upstream and there's daddy's loins while a lot of us were still detailing. And how can they have absorbed enough information to pass on to you to make a difference? I don't know, maybe they do, but just sift through the BS. This has been Brian from Apex Detail. Always a pleasure to spend a few minutes with you. It makes my day. This is the end of the day. Everybody's gone. It's quiet. I can wind down, spend some time with you, and close the day out. I'll catch you in the next video.